Hello, my friends. Welcome back. If you've been here before, welcome. If you've never been here, my name is Abby, and today I'm going to be leading you through a super duper fun and quite challenging, if I do say so myself, yoga flow. We're going to be doing a yoga sculpt type class today. So options for weights are available if you have some light weights, maybe 3 pounds, maybe 8 pounds is the heaviest. If you want to go heavier, sure, try it out. Do your thing. Just so you know, there are modifications available. Listen to your body throughout this whole class. And remember, it's just yoga. We don't have to take ourselves too seriously. So with that, we'll get started. In a nice tall seat, settle the eyes down to close. You can maybe sit in a cross-legged position, maybe sitting on your knees. Wherever you are, just find a nice tall spine. Beginning to deepen through the breath, notice the belly rise and fall. On the next breath in, we'll circle sweep, reaching the arms high up overhead. And as you exhale, draw the hands down, cactus elbows by your sides. Inhale to reach back up. This time, take the hands to clasp. We'll take the hands behind the head, elbows out wide. So we're going to move through a little bit of a cat-cow type movement. So as you inhale, open up, shine your heart forward, peel your elbows back. And exhale to round through your spine, elbows come close. Inhale to open up. And exhale to round. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Last one, inhale, open. And exhale, round. We'll inhale to open one more time. And as you exhale, take your hands behind your shoulders, fingertips facing towards you. Maybe you drop the neck back, just releasing through the forearms, wrists, and fingers. Maybe you rock your weight from side to side, changing the pressure on your hands. We're going to be spending a lot of time on our hands today, so we just want to make sure that we don't injure the wrist or anything. And from here, when you feel nice and warmed up, maybe you take a couple of circles. We'll make our way into a tabletop position. So in this tabletop, you'll stack knees underneath hips, wrists underneath shoulders. We'll start to move through a few rounds of cat-cow, inhaling to drop the belly, lift the gaze. And exhale to round through the spine. Continuing here with your regular cat-cows, or maybe you invite a little bit of intuitive movement, circling out through the hips. Maybe you flip the fingertips in different directions, again working in through the wrists. Wherever you are, just tune into your breath. We'll take about one more round of breath here before we meet back in our flat back tabletop position. From flat back tabletop, you have options here. So option number 1 is with both knees planted. We're going to lift the right knee up towards the sky. So you'll notice that your right hip is coming down towards the floor, squaring the hips off. Notice your right glute engaged as your heel kicks up towards the sky. From here, we'll take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, curl knee to your right armpit. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to armpit. Option to stay here. Option to tuck the back toes, lifting off the left knee as you move. Inhaling to lift. And exhale, knee to armpit. Inhale to lift. Exhale, knee to armpit. We're here for just 5. For 4, digging through the fingertips. Just 3. Notice your strong core. For 2. And 1, inhale the leg high. And as you exhale, plant the knee. Right knee is stacked underneath your right hip. We're going to open up into a side plank position. So left arm reaches high, right hand plants. We'll stay here. Maybe the left arm reaches up overhead for 1 breath in. And as we exhale, we'll take gate pose. Left arm reaches towards the left leg as the right arm reaches up overhead. Peel the right shoulder blade back. One breath in and one breath out. Inhale back through center. We'll plant that right hand. Left arm reaches. You have the option to stay here. Option to reach your right knee in towards your chest. We can stay here or move through a little fun transition where we'll extend the right leg long, re-bend knee into chest, and then extend, almost as if you're in a fallen triangle. So we'll bend, extend, re-bend, and extend out. Continue here with your breath, just for 3, just for 2, strong core, last 1, and we'll meet back through center, making it into a plank and dropping down onto the knees. We'll inhale for cat-cow and exhale round. Same thing, opposite side. We'll start the same way we started the other side. So you'll lift the left leg high, square the hips down, knit the low ribs in. We'll take a deep breath in to prepare. And as you exhale, knee to left armpit. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to left armpit. Staying here, or maybe you tuck those right toes, lifting off the right knee, kind of like a hovering tabletop position. Noticing the engagement of your left glute as you lift, a slight oblique crunch as you reach that knee in towards your armpit, just for 4, for 3, steady the breath, for 2, and 1. We'll take the knee center and we'll turn out into our side plank. So right arm reaches high, left arm plants. Maybe you sweep that right arm up overhead. Nice stretch through the right side body for 1 breath in. And as we exhale, windmill the hands over to your gate pose. Left arm reaches up and over. Peel the left shoulder blade back. 1 breath in and a breath out. Back through center. Plant the left hand down, right arm reaches high. Option to keep the knee down, option to reach the knee in towards your chest. So we can stay here, or maybe you extend the leg long to meet the right, rebend, extend into a fallen triangle shape, and then rebend. Continue here with your breath, linking the breath with each movement. Notice your strong core, notice the engagement of your inner right thigh. Just for 3. Last 2. We've got this. Just for 1. Beautiful. And we'll make our way back through our plank in a brief child's pose. Knees out wide, toes to touch, hips back towards the heels. Steady the breath, steady the mind. Take a moment to remember what brought you to your mat today. Allowing this to be an act of self-care rather than obligation. And as we feel ready, we'll slowly make our way back up into a downward facing dog. So you'll tuck the toes, make your way up, hips rise. Press firmly through the fingertips. We're going to warm up today just by moving through a few rounds of Sun A. So as you inhale, we'll gaze towards the top of our mats. Exhale, hop, step, or float to the top of your mat. We'll inhale to lengthen, halfway's lift. And exhale, fold the chest forward. Inhale, circle sweep, reach the arms high. And exhale, arms rest by your sides. We'll move through that about 2 to 3 times. As you inhale, reach tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to lengthen, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. We'll step, step, or hop, moving high to low. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. 1 breath in, 1 breath out. On the next breath in, gaze towards the top of your mat. As we exhale, we'll hop, step, or float to the top. Inhale to lengthen, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, circle sleeve, reach the arms high. And exhale, arms rest by your sides. One more time, we'll inhale, reach tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to lengthen, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, we'll step, step, or hop, high to low. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. On the next breath in, kick your right leg high. And as you exhale, open up through your hip, kick your heel towards your glutes. Maybe circle out through the ankle, through the knee. Just finding a little bit of opening through the right hip crease. High oats. From here, we'll inhale, kick the leg high. And exhale, step it through low lunge. Starting to warm up just a little bit through the legs. We'll inhale, peel the chest through. And as you exhale, lower the back knee, half split. Fold your chest forward. Inhale, low lunge, come forward. Exhale, half split. We'll move through this about 3 more times. Inhaling, low lunge. And exhale, half split. Finding a little bit of mobility in the hips, opening through the back of the right leg. One more time. And on your next time forward, we'll heel toe the right foot towards the right side of the mat, lizard lunge. Open up through the hip. Maybe you reach for a quad stretch here. Deep breath in and a full breath out. We'll release here, hand will plant, step your right foot back, we'll lower high to low. Inhale, up dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, down dog, kick, lift your left leg high, and exhale, open up through your hip, kick your heel towards the glute. Maybe you circle out through the ankle, through the knee. One more breath in, and a breath out. Inhale, down dog, kick. And exhale, low lunge, step it through. Maybe you lower the bottom knee down. We'll inhale, peel the chest through. And exhale, straighten and fold, half split. Inhale, low lunge. And exhale, half split. Noticing that release through the back of your hamstrings, that opening through your right hip crease. 2 more times here. And on your next time forward in your low lunge, we'll heel toe the right foot towards the top, or the left foot towards the top left corner of your mat, coming into lizard lunge. Maybe you grab for that quad stretch, reaching for the back of your right foot. Deep breath in. And a breath out, releases, hand plants, step the left foot back. We'll lower high to low. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. 1 deep breath in. And an exhale. Inhale to gaze forward. We'll exhale, hop, step, or float towards the top. Inhale to lengthen, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale for chair pose. Sink your hips low as you reach your arms high. Notice your inner thighs pulling towards one another, digging down through your heels. Maybe even wiggle your toes up off the ground. Notice the shoulder blades pulling down and back, tailbone tucking slightly. We'll take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, one-legged mountain, left knee reaches in towards your chest. We'll take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, warrior 3, kick your left foot back, anchor the left pinky toe down towards the floor. Notice the chest still lifted, rooting down through all 4 corners of your right foot. Deep breath in, stay for the breath out. Inhale, high crescent lunge, step your foot back, reach the arms high up overhead. Notice the hips squaring forward, deep bend in the front knee. Tailbone tucks down. Deep breath in. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Reach your right arm back, left arm forward. Maybe you take an exalted warrior, right hand to the back of the left thigh. as the left arm reaches high. Deep breath in and a breath out. Inhale, high crescent. And exhale, open up warrior two. Back heel lowers down. Notice this nice T shape in the feet. Fingertips reach long. On the next breath in, we'll come back Skandasana towards the back of your mat, opening up again through the hips. Notice both heels planted, left knee is bent as the right knee straightens. Try to keep a nice tall spine here. Deep breath in. And as we exhale, low lunge twist. Hands come towards the top of your mat. Left hand will plant as the right arm reaches high. We'll take a deep breath in to prepare. And as you exhale, side plank. Step your right foot to meet your left. Maybe you extend the right arm up overhead. Maybe you lower the bottom knee down as we take a little bit of an oblique crunch here. So we'll lift the right leg up, deep breath in, and exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. 3 more, inhale. Exhale for 2. Last one, inhale, exhale, inhale, extend. And as we exhale, we'll flow high to low. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And an exhale, sigh it out. On the next breath in, gaze towards the top of the mat. Exhale, hop, step, or float to the top. We'll inhale to lengthen, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sink low, chair pose. Again, really rooting down through the feet here. Peel the shoulder blades back. Shoulders away from the ears. Notice the knees over the ankles in line with the toes. We'll take a deep breath in. Exhale, right knee to chest, one-legged mountain pose. Notice your pelvic floor pulling up and in towards your belly button as your low ribs knit down towards the belly button. Nice strong core here for a breath in. Exhale, warrior 3. Kick that right foot back as you hinge your chest forward. Notice the right pinky toe anchoring down towards the floor. Nice and rooted through that left foot. Deep breath in. Hold for the breath out. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Step the right foot back, reach the arms high. Notice the hips squaring forward, breathing here. Deep bend in the front knee. We'll inhale to lift, stacking the spine. And exhale, open arm twist to the left. Left arm reaches as the right arm reaches forward. Maybe we take that exalted twist, reaching the right arm overhead as the left hand comes behind. Deep breath in, full breath out. Inhale, high crescent. And exhale, open up, warrior 2. Back heel plants, hips are open, fingertips reaching. Shoulders shrunk down the back. On the next breath in, we'll take Skandasana towards the back of our mats. Bend through that right knee, straighten through the left leg. Find the chest lifted, heels rooted down. Deep breath in. And exhale, side plank. We're going to come into the low lunge twist. First, plant the right hand, lift the left arm high. And as we exhale, side plank, step the left foot to meet the right. Maybe you lower that bottom knee down as we extend the left arm and left leg off of the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale for that oblique crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale to crunch. For 3. Exhale. For 2. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, we'll lower high to low. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. If you do want to integrate weights into this practice, this is where you can grab them, have them near the top of your mat. We'll take 2 deep breaths here as you gather your things if you want them. You can also do these poses without the weights. Either way, it's going to be a little challenging. We're going to have fun with it. It's going to be fun. Okay, when you arrive, we'll take a deep breath in and a full breath out. On the next breath in, gaze towards the top of your mat. As you exhale, we'll hop, step, or float to the top. Inhale to lengthen, flat back. And as you exhale, fold, option to grab your weights. As you inhale, chair pose, we'll sink our hips low. Again, you can keep the weights at heart center. Maybe you extend them up overhead. Wherever you are, just notice your bones. Like, don't do anything that's gonna hurt you or strain you too much. So if you notice that the weights are holding you back, set them down. We'll take a deep breath in. And as we exhale to one-legged mountain pose, left knee in. We'll take a deep breath in to prepare here. And as we exhale, warrior three, kick the left foot back. So we're gonna be heading into a single leg RDL situation here. So as you arrive, we'll come from this airplane pose. From airplane, you can keep the back leg hovering or maybe you tap it down. So from here, if you're tapping it down, it's just light weight on that back leg. We'll inhale to lower and exhale to lift up, engaging the right glute up at the top. Inhaling to lower and exhaling to lift. So really making sure that you're keeping your chest lifted, spine is straight. We're here for just 5. For 4, rooting down through all the corners of that right foot. For 3, noticing the engagement of that hamstring, just 2. Last one. Exhale, lifts you up. We'll inhale back through our high crescent lunge, reach tall. Exhale, open up, warrior two, pivot your back heel down this time. Nice little W shape in the elbows. From here, we're gonna inhale to star pose. Reach the arms high, square the toes. You can have the toes slightly angled out towards the outside edges of your mat. Maybe you widen out your stance. We're gonna take the weights into the chest. We're gonna be taking some side lunges side to side here. So we'll inhale, lower to one side. Exhale, lift. Inhale over to the other. And exhale to lift. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Trying to keep your knee in the direction of your toes, stacking over the ankle. Keeping the chest lifted. Spine is nice and straight. We're here for just 3 more on each side. We got this. For 2. Stay with the breath. 1 more each side here. Strong legs, last one. And we'll inhale to star pose. We'll exhale into our warrior 2. And inhale, low lunge. Hands will plant. You can drop your weights. Plant the hands to frame your front foot. We're gonna step back into a plank pose. In this plank pose, we're gonna play around with a little stability work. So you can step your feet out a little bit wider. We're gonna take that right arm to raise and the left foot to hover. Maybe you can balance here. Maybe you come from knees here as you stand and hover. Wherever you are, notice the breath, notice the core engaged. We're gonna do a little swift transition. So we're gonna come from here into our fallen triangle. Maybe you stack the hips, left leg reaches out, right arm reaches high, and then we'll come back through center. 2 more times, inhale, exhale through center. Last one, inhale, exhale through center, and we'll move from high to low. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. That was tough. Deep breath in and exhale. Now that that's over, let's do it on the other side. Deep breath in first. Exhale here. Inhale to gaze forward. We'll exhale, hop, step, or float to the top. Inhale to lengthen, halfway's lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, maybe you grab your weights for our chair pose. Sink low. Again, find your stability. We'll start to find ourselves rooted down through that left foot. Inhale, reach up, one-legged mountain pose. And as we exhale, we'll come forward into that warrior three. Again, option to stay here, option to lower the weights down, option to lower your back leg down for a little bit of support for these single leg RDLs. So we'll lower down, chest is lifted, exhale to lift up, pull the hips forward. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. For 5, exhale, last 4, glutes engaged, exhale, last 3, exhale, for 2, exhale, and 1, lower. Exhale to lift. If your leg is lifted, we'll step it back, high crescent lunge. From here, deep breath in. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Beautiful work. From here, inhale to star pose, reach tall, square the toes. Notice the toes, maybe you angle them out a little bit more. We're gonna take those same side to side lunges. We'll lower back and up, forward and up. Notice the breath. Notice the stacking of your knees over your ankles. Again, in line with the toes. Core is engaged. Weights can be at your heart center. Maybe they come to your hips. Wherever you feel most stable. Maybe even drop the weights. It's a lot of weight. Figure out what you want. We're just here for 3. Steady the breath. Just 2. Final 1. On the next breath, then star pose, reach tall, and exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, low lunge to the top of your mat. You can drop your weights, step the feet back. We got that same little balance challenge on this side. We got it. So you can step the feet out wide. Maybe you're lowered down to the knees here. Wherever you are, try it out. Left arm reaches, right leg reaches back. If the knees are lifted, you can play around with this little transition. Maybe you come through your triangle pose, lifted triangle, and then back through center, back through triangle, and back through center. One more time, balance here. And next exhale drives you down, high to low. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Full breath out. On the next breath in, we're going to come forward. I'm just going to explain because I need a breath and I'm sure you probably do too. So this next little section, we're going to be doing a little bit of groundwork that's going to be working on specific muscle groups. So options for weights are always available. Options to modify are always available as well. So we're going to be doing 2 upper body exercises and then a group of lower body exercises. And then we're going to stretch it out and have some fun. So it'll be cool. So when you're ready, we're going to make our way onto hands and knees, and then we're going to step it back into a plank pose. So from your plank pose, again, hands underneath shoulders. We're going to step the feet back. We're going to do this fun little situation. If you want to stay on your knees, totally awesome. If you want to intensify, maybe you do a little shoulder tap action here. But if you want to come with your knees off the ground, what we're going to do is we're going to take a little crouch back, almost as if you're coming into child's pose, but it's a hovering child's pose, hips back towards the heels. And then we'll inhale, come back into plank pose. Exhale back to child's pose. And inhale back through center. If you want to intensify even more, we'll keep flowing. And maybe you bring your right knee towards the left elbow. Back towards that wide child's pose. And then left knee towards right elbow. Back to wide child's pose. So you can keep going here with that knee to elbow combo in this nice little child's pose situation. I know, not the child's pose you were probably hoping for, but you picked a Sculpt class, so what can I say? You chose this day. So when we're ready, we're gonna take probably like 3 to 5 more rounds here at your own count. If you're like, lady, I'm donezo, Take it where you're at. Take a nice child's pose, chillax, gain your breath. We're here for just 3, for 2, and 1. Everybody take a child's pose. The real kind, not that kind. So we're gonna come back. Hips back towards the heels. Deep breath in. And an exhale. I can hear the rain outside. So peaceful. We'll take a deep breath in. Exhale. You can stay here. If you want one more core exercise, you don't have to, but it's optional. We're gonna come onto our forearms. You can also do this from a regular plank position. We're gonna step the feet back. Find your body in this nice flat line. So hips and tailbone in line with the crown of your head. We're gonna stay here pressing the heels back. Maybe you stay. Maybe you take the right leg up, tapping the knee up towards the armpit, and then step it back. Same thing on the opposite side. Left knee towards left armpit, step it back. Right to right, step it back. Left to left, step it back. Continue here with your breath at your own pace, noticing that your hips are staying level with the floor. You're pressing down through either your hands or your forearms to keep your chest lifted. We're just here for 5, for 4. I know it's each side. You're gonna hate me for this. It's fine. For 3, last 2. Just 1 more on each side, and then we'll take a puppy pose. Drop the knees, allow the hands to crawl forward as your chest melts down towards the floor. Deep breath in, and an exhale. Beautiful work, everyone. We're gonna make our way onto our bottoms to do a little bit of lower body work. So this situation, option 1 weight, option 2 weights. Maybe you take 1 big weight and put it in the middle. So what you're gonna do with the weights, how I prefer to do it, is to have 1 weight in the middle. If you have heavier weights and you wanna use them, you can. What we're gonna do is take a nice little supine butterfly pose. Oh yes, so relaxing. You can keep this. If you're like, I wanna restore, I wanna rest, do it. Otherwise, with the feet pressing firmly together, knees out wide, we're gonna lift the hips up and lower down. Lift the hips up and lower down. Continue here, high oats, with your breath, exhaling as you lift, inhaling as you lower, really driving down through the outer edges of your feet, keeping the upper back nice and planted with the floor. Moving with control here. We're just here for 5, last 4, for 3, squeezing the glutes at the top, just 2, and 1. We'll lower down, feet underneath your knees, as if you're setting up for a regular bridge pose. Maybe you can even graze your heels with your fingers. From here, we're gonna take a B stance. If you don't know what a B stance is, it just means you're gonna pop your left foot out a little bit, similar to if you took that airplane pose and you were just kind of barely balancing on your back leg. So what you're gonna do is have barely any of your weight in the left foot as it's slightly extended. You're gonna press down through your right foot as you lift up. So most of the weight in this bridge pose is going into that right leg and that right glute. So we'll lift as you exhale, inhale to lower, exhale to lift, and inhale to lower. Continuing here with your breath at your own pace. If you notice that the weight's a little light, maybe add a little extra. If you notice that it's heavy, you're doing great. You really are. You're trying your best and you made it to your practice, and that's all that matters. So we're just here for 5, 4, last 3, just 2, and 1. We'll switch sides, lower the hips down, left foot plants, right leg extends. Again, just slight weight in that right heel. Left foot is directly underneath the left knee. We're gonna start with the breath. Inhale, exhale, lift, Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Really using your breath to power up at the exhale, using that exhale to engage your glutes up at the top. We're just here for 5, last 4, just 3, final 2, and 1. Lower down. We're going to do the same little sequence one more time. Maybe you add an extra weight, maybe you take a heavier weight. Again, we'll start with that butterfly pose. Feet together, knees out wide. We'll lift and lower. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. Again, really engaging your glutes up at the top, getting that full squeeze up at the top, really engaging up there. We're just here for 5, last 4, final 3, just 2, and 1. B stance, hip thrusts, feet underneath the knees. Extend the left leg, root down through the right foot. We'll lift, lower, lift, and lower. We're here, breathing. We got this. This is our final little burst of lower body. We got one little burst of core before we wind down. We're just here for 5, for 4. You've got this. Just 3, for 2, and 1. Switch it out. Left foot plants, right heel plants. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. I know your legs are probably screaming at you at this point, but we're gonna give them a rest in a moment. We're just here for 5, for 4, last 3, just 2, and 1. We'll lower it all down. You can plant your weights off to the sides. We're gonna hug the knees in towards the chest. You have the option to really chill out, do what you want. Or if you wanna do one little final core burst, we'll do a little fun thing here. So roll up to the top of your mat. You can plant your weight in the middle. You only really need one, you don't need both of them. You can take your hands back behind you, knees in towards your chest, extend your feet to the right, tuck the knees in, extend to the left, tuck the knees in. So we're gonna continue here, side to side. Maybe you hover the hands by your sides, noticing the core engaged, chest is lifted. We're just here for 5, last 4, final 3, you've got it, just for 2, and 1. We'll move this weight off to the side and we'll take alternate toe taps. So we're gonna lower all the way down, hover the feet, hover the shoulders, tap right hand to left leg, lower down, left hand to right leg, lower down. Continue here with the breath. Again, same lift in the chest, core is engaged, heels hover. We're just here for 5, last 4, for 3, final 2, and 1. Last one. We'll take the knees above the heels, so feet are planted, and we're just gonna take some side to side, a little bit more of those obliques. We're gonna take side to side, tapping the ankles with the hands as your shoulder blades hover. Maybe you scoot the feet out a little bit further away so it's a little more challenging. Staying with the breath, noticing as you lift your shoulders that kind of really helps to engage the core muscles here. We're just here for 5, last 4, final 3, just for 2. I know I'm doing doubles for 1, and we'll rest, knees into the chest. Deep breath in, full breath out. Take the feet down to the mat. We'll take a figure 4 shape in the legs, so the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Hug the knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Maybe you extend your left leg long as you press your right knee out. Play around here. Maybe you shift the weight side to side. We'll take a deep breath in and an exhale. We'll prep for a twist here. So as you're ready, you'll plant the left foot down. Maybe you take a deeper wrap of the legs, possibly even a double wrap. We'll bump the knees over towards the right as we come into this nice juicy twist. Right arm extends, left hand maybe comes to support your right thigh, acting as a little extra assist for your twist. If you'd like to take a pillow or a block underneath your knees or legs, you're more than welcome to do that here. On the next breath in, we'll make our way back up towards our nice little bridge shape. So from here, we're going to take that figure 4 in the legs. Maybe you draw the knees in towards your chest. Maybe you extend the right leg long. We can shift the hips from side to side, noticing how that changes the stretch of your inner left thigh. Take one more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, we'll plant the right foot down, scoot the hips over. Maybe you take a single or double wrap of the legs before coming into a nice twist. Arms extending into maybe a T shape. Maybe you take cactus elbows here. And as you feel ready, we'll slowly make our way back through center. Hug the knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. We're going to grab for a happy baby, grabbing for the outsides or insides of your legs. Maybe you extend one leg and then the other leg. Just playing around, trying to find a little bit of stretch here. And when you feel ready, we'll make our way into a supine butterfly pose. So we'll take the feet together, knees out wide. If you have a block, I recommend grabbing it. We're going to take a little bit more of a restorative ending to this class. So if you want to take a little bit of a back bend here, you can take that block, maybe it's 2 blocks, into a supine fish pose, or a supported fish pose, sorry. So we're going to take that block about below your shoulder blades. Maybe you take this nice butterfly pose in the legs and just allow your body to melt here. If you do want to take more of a traditional Shavasana shape, you can take the legs out long towards the outside edges of your mat with arms down by your sides. And if you have any additional poses you'd like to take to make this practice feel complete, maybe a longer cool down, maybe you take some more leg stretches to release, feel free to do that here. We're going to rest in whatever shape you're choosing for the next 5 or so breaths, just to allow the body to cool down, to recalibrate. As you feel ready, we'll slowly start to deepen the breath. Maybe you extend the arms up overhead, wiggle through the fingers, toes, before bringing a nice bend into the knees and rocking your way onto your right side. Taking just a moment here before pressing your way up to a nice, tall, and cozy seat. We'll end class as we always do with the sound of 2 breaths and an Om. So as you inhale, circle sweep, reach the arms high. And exhale, hands through heart. One more deep breath and reach tall. And exhale. We'll take a deep breath in for the sound of Om. Thank y'all for taking this class. This was a little different from what I normally share, but I figured I'd share it because you know I love my fitness, so I thought y'all might like it too. This isn't my typical training program, but I figured I'd, do a little mashup, a little situation, see how it goes. I hope this got you a little spice, a little sweat dripping off your body. If you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, I'm sorry, but at least you stayed. Thank y'all for being here. It really means a lot to me. If you want to see more of this, feel free to like, subscribe, comment on what you might want to see in the future. And yeah, I'm looking forward to practicing with y'all again. I had a lot of fun with this. It was very challenging. I hope it was challenging for you too. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Mwah. Bye, my friends.